I am trying to reduce my hauling this year. And I think that my future haul videos, one, might not exist. Hopefully will be my last haul video for a while. Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing haul videos anymore. I was so committed, I promise you, to the idea of not doing big book hauls, but here we are. And this wasn't intentional. See, in the last video I was like, oh, I'm not gonna do big book hauls because that will promote me to want to buy more books for the haul videos. But this, I had no intention of filming, and I still got like a lot of books. In my defense, I have donated a lot of books in the last couple of months, and a lot of these are either like publisher gifts, or they were thrifted or free for some reason. So I'm not like super mad at myself, but I definitely have a big old haul to show you today. At least for the first time, I don't have any book of the month books to show you. It's just regular old books. So what should we start with? Let's look at books that publishers sent me this month, or that are like ARCs and stuff. First is a book you've seen before because it's Sons of Darkness by Gaurav Mohanty. This was sent to me by Head of Zeus. They actually sent me a different copy a while ago, but it either that one or this one got lost in the mail, so they had to resend it. And then the other one just showed up the other day. So technically this is a haul, but I'm obviously going to be giving it away because I own 2 copies of it. This one's a little damaged too, so the other one showed up without any damage, so this one's going away. I received a copy of Fathom Folk by Eliza Chan from Orbit, which is awesome. This is a finished copy, and I'm really excited for this one. This is a fantasy East Asian diaspora story about sirens. It's very like obviously fantastical, but has a lot of real world politics in it, which is interesting and cool. And it has dragons and lots of fantasy creatures. And it's her debut. I haven't actually heard much about it other than people are really excited about the cover and that it's a beautiful book. So I'm hoping to get to it and see if it's good. I received a copy of Bluebird by C.L. Pierre-Low from Angry Robot. They sent this to me because they actually sent me an e-arc of her other new release, The Hunter's Gambit, and along with that they were sending signed copies of her debut. This is like more gay space pirates, and I wanted a copy of this for a while, so I'm glad I never purchased it because here it is. It's thicker than I thought it was going to be. From Harper Voyager US, I got Sunbringer by Hannah Kaner. This is the sequel to Godkiller. I also have an arc from Harper Voyager UK of Godkiller. So unfortunately they're different sizes, but this is pretty neat. I still haven't finished Godkiller. It's like, I didn't DNF it. I can't stress that enough. I haven't DNF'd Godkiller. I just put it aside a year ago. I don't have it with me because it's at work right now, but I also received an arc of These Deathless Shores by P.H. Lowe, I believe, and that is from HarperCollins, Canada. That is like a gender-bent queer Peter Pan adult book. I don't really know. I don't have it on you, so I can't really explain it better, but I'm really excited for that one. I just love anything Peter Pan inspired, so yay! I think that's all the publisher gift / arcs that I've got right now. Oh, yeah, another ebook I received from Shauna Lawless via her publisher. I received Dreams of Fire, which is a standalone novella prequel to the Gale Song trilogy. It's awesome. I'm already almost done, and I'm gonna post a review soon. It's really good. So thanks, Shauna, for sending me that. I have some kind of, I don't know what category this is. I don't know why. It's random releases, but also one release I'm really excited about. I just felt like these 4 books go together. Don't look. First is a YA horror. This is called The Forest Demands Its Due, and I think the cover is really cool, which is why I picked it up. Oh, I like this spine. I think its spine is nice. It's like a horror, dark academia, contemporary thing. Murder mystery and magic. I don't know. I don't know how to explain this more than that, but I think it sounds really cool, and I really like the cover. I'm not sure how I feel about YA horror. I haven't read a lot of it, so I'm gonna read that though. Another kind of off-genre, actually these are 3 off-genre things. Maybe that's the category. Because I also picked up Where You End by Abbott Collar. This is a thriller. It's just a contemporary thriller, which is not normally my vibe. It used to be. I used to read a lot of these, and then I stopped because I realized there are things outside of the front table at the bookstore. But this is a story of a 22-year-old woman who wakes up from a coma. And she doesn't remember anything about her past, but she sees her mirror image, which is her twin sister, Jude. And Jude sort of fills her in on her past and is helping her remember things. The main girl, Kat, starts to think that maybe Jude is lying to her, and it feels kind of culty. And I think it's written as flashbacks and present day. So amnesia stories are also not usually my thing, but something about this is also not my genre. I picked up Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Yeah, this is a werewolf vampire romance by Ali Hazelwood, who is a romance author. There's no reason why I should want this book, but I've heard it's good. And will I read it? I don't know. But I did get it. Paranormal romance. Maybe that's me now. The main character's name is Misery Lark. What am I doing? This doesn't belong in that category, but maybe this will lead into the next category, which is like exciting releases. But I did get What Feasts at Night by T. Kingfisher, who is my favorite author. This is the sequel to What Moves the Dead. I'm really excited for this. I want to just get into it, but I haven't had a chance yet. Again, T. Kingfisher illustrated the end papers, which is so cool. I want to read it so badly, but I just don't have time right now. Okay. Next, we've got books that I picked up that I was always going to pick up. Like, these were not impulse buys. These are new big releases, so I do want to own them. First, we have The Sunlit Man by Brandon Sanderson. This is the 4th Secret Project. This is the tour release, so it's not the original art, unfortunately, because the original art is really pretty, but I do own all of the tour editions of the Secret Projects. Ryan read this. I have not, and I won't be reading it anytime soon because I definitely want to finish Stormlight before getting to this because they are connected. Like everyone else, I picked up The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. This is one of those weird ones that doesn't have a dust jacket. It's just the hardcover, and I don't like that. I know a lot of people do, but it's not for me. Everyone says this is great. Everyone talked about it for like the 2 weeks that it came out, or like a week that it came out, and then I haven't heard actually much about it since then. I really didn't like his other books, Foundry Side. I wasn't really a fan, so hopefully I like this one a bit better. But a big anticipated release for me was The Warm Hands of Ghosts by Catherine Arden. Catherine Arden, as you probably know, wrote the Bear and the Nightingale trilogy. That's not what it's called, but you know, Bear and the Nightingale and those books, and that is one of my absolute favorite series of all time. This is obviously a little bit different because it's like a historical, romancy, paranormal fantasy? Is that what it is? So I'm unsure, especially given the wild selection of authors they've chosen to blurb this, because it's got Shannon Chakraborty and Ava Reed, who write fantasy, Naomi Novik as well. But then we've got like Diana Gabaldon and Kate Quinn, who write historical, and then Stephen Graham Jones, who writes horror. What is it? I'm not sure if I showed this in my last haul or not, because I didn't watch it back. But I did get Feybound by Sarah El-Arifi. I might have shown this one already. Oh well. This was her big release from this year, sort of slotted into the middle of the trilogy she's working on right now. I'm not a big fan of Faye. Oh, I must have already talked about this because I talked about how I'm not a big fan of Faye. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was pretty. And again, it's one of those books where like, of course I'm gonna own it. And speaking of books that I'm saying, of course I'm gonna own it, even though I'll never read it, obviously I picked up A Fate Ink in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen because of the shiny blue sprayed edges and the very pretty, I don't know if this picks up on camera, but it's, excuse me, very pretty, and it is Viking romantasy. I have her other books, the Bridge Kingdom books, but I haven't read them either. I also got The City of Stardust by Georgia Summers. This is another one I'm not sure if I'm gonna read, and then I also ultimately heard that it's not that good. No, I don't remember what it is, but it's like a magic-y, possibly romantasy book that I'm not sure about, but it is blurred by Shelley Parker Chan, who wrote She Who Became the Sun, which is an amazing book, one of my favorite books all ever written. So I don't know. This I picked up like right after filming my last haul, so I don't remember why I got it. It was just like a big deal for a second there. I don't know. Okay, but the last like big book that I picked up, obviously, is Empire of the Damned by Jay Kristoff. I have the Indigo exclusive, the Rose Gold edition. It's beautiful. I'm gonna be reading this soon. My receipt is still in it. Don't look at that. Ugh, stunning artwork on the inside. Sorry, I keep looking at my second screen, which is over there now because I broke my camera. I'm gonna be starting this as soon as I finish The Winter King. I keep saying that actually because I have the audiobook of this, but I need to get through the last. I'm on part 5 of The Winter King, and as soon as that's done, I can start Empire of the Damned. Okay, in the last category, I have our books that I thrifted. So those I bought, well, not for full price because I got them through Indigo, and I don't have to pay as much money as everyone else does for books through Indigo, especially because it was employee appreciation. Oh, actually, I have 2 more books at work that I'm picking up from employee appreciation. I bought the Shogun, but it's one book, but it's split into 2 parts. So I did buy Shogun because I've been loving the TV show. Okay, so thrifted. I got Iron Gold by Pierce Brown. I've only read the first one, Red Rising, and I read it when it came out in 2012. But Ryan has been reading them. He's already on Morningstar, and I want to read these for my book club that I plan to start. So I am picking them up, especially if I see them thrifted. I think I've thrifted most of them now. Yeah. A Blade of Black Steel by Alex Marshall. I actually don't know anything about this series, but I thrifted the first one, and this one's in pretty good condition, so I saw it and got it as well. It was like $6 for a huge hardcover. I don't know. Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. Ooh, I'm excited for this one though. Children of Blood and Bone. It got re-released recently with these sprayed edges or stenciled edges. And it is YA, but I heard good things about it as well. They re-released it because the 3rd book is finally coming out this year. This series has taken forever to get released because this one originally is from 2018. Yeah, so this was originally printed in 2018, and that's insane for a YA trilogy for the 3rd one to only be coming out in 2024. Oh, another YA, this one's exciting. It's Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. You know Shadow and Bone, but this is the original cover, not the new covers with the deer, the blue covers with the deer and the Netflix sticker on it. So this is pretty cool, finding it in a store for only like $6 or $8 or something. They have the second one in hardback and the 3rd one in paperback. If all 3 had been paperback, I would have purchased them, but I don't want the hardcovers. I grabbed this mass market of Juliette Marillier's Daughter of the Forest for $1 at Value Village. Juliette Marillier is a phenomenal classic fantasy author. I'm reading her Warrior Bards trilogy right now, and this is her other big series. I'm not a big fan of mass markets, but I do like collecting very old ones with like this original classic fantasy style cover. Had a reel that you may or may not have seen where I replaced my mass paperback copy of Name of the Wind with this full-size trade paperback that I got off of Facebook Marketplace for $5, I think. So this was a great find because I've been wanting to replace the mass market for a while because I don't like them, as I just said. And because I own the second one in this size. It's not the exact same edition, but it is at least the correct size. And then we've got my favorite 2 thrifted finds. First, I got this deluxe 10th anniversary edition of the Golden Compass. I think this is a stunning edition. I've never seen this before, so I found it in a thrift store. It's like $15 or something, and it's awesome. I did fix the ribbon. It was like this long, but it was all ripped up and frayed, so I just cut it and burned it. I do collect the Golden Compass books in different editions, so this is a fantastic addition to my collection. And lastly, actually from the same thrift store, I showed this on Instagram recently, but it's this Tor Anthology Legends. So these are, in 1998, new short novels in the world that are most popular from these authors. So like there's a new short story in the Dark Tower series. This was the original printing of New Spring, which is the Wheel of Time prequel. It's in here. Obviously, it's its own thing now. There's a new Rift War saga story, a Discworld story, a new Earthsea story, a Memory Sorrow Thorn story, and a Game of Thrones story. And I also love that it's got this like original artwork in the front. That's from Wheel of Time, obviously. There is also a Dark Tower illustration in here. And there's little maps and illustrations throughout the book, and I don't know, like I don't know if I'll ever get to all of them. I know Ryan's gonna read at least the Dark Tower one. But this is just such a fun find. I love collecting old anthologies. I've found a few now from like Tor and Daw and different publishers like that. So this is awesome. That is everything I hauled since saying I was done with book hauls like a liar. It's 28 books. I freaking said I was gonna never like do a book haul again, and then here I am with 28 books for you guys. Oh well, I like books, and so do you, and that's why you're here. Well, I'm not gonna say that that's my last book haul ever, because I'm not gonna be made a fool of again, but I will say thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell icon so you know when I upload new videos. I upload 2 days a week. I love you guys. Goodbye.